This is a little bit of a dark video. Because, of course, my life basically was hell. And I just can't believe that no child molester in my life ever got caught. I mean, they just run rampant, like, Joe Jackson. Late Joe Jackson. That was the whole reason why late Michael Jackson child molested. But it's like a sick, super perverted gene. That's a cursed gene that's in the family. Like, people who admit to child molesting, they don't even know why they do it, and they beg. I think one child molester did not want to get out of prison because he said, I'll just do it again. Well, my God, that's the best child molester I ever met in my life. Forced to meet. I think I wanted to deal with it. So, I'm making a point. You got people who sold their souls to Satan. I never ever heard of these blues. I guess Southern blues. I mean, you'd never ever guess. They're just super talented. And I don't even want to know. But guess what? I think child molesters are worse than people who sell their souls to Satan. Like, what is the absolute worst thing that you could possibly do on this planet? Rape a child. Is there anything worse than that? But then look at the fucking planet. Look at all the diseases. I mean, you could be born with, like, half a brain, half a body. You could be born with both sex organs. Hermaphrodite. Who cares? Yeah, you could be born with a breathing disease. You're retarded, like all the insane abusers I know. Anything could go wrong. It's just like, what's the worst damn thing that I think raping a child. And that's never dealt with. So, I mean, instead of talking about anything else, why is that never talked about? Now, it was one time talked about with Mackenzie Phillips, and she was on the Oprah show, and she was on with One Day at a Time, and Valerie Bertinelli talked about it. She went on a few talk shows, Mackenzie Phillips, to tell the truth. Look how sad that situation was. Whose fault was that? Was that the dad who groomed Mackenzie Phillips at a young age, fed her drugs to kind of make her do that? Look at poor Chester. I didn't know he was child molested. From Lincoln Park, and he died in 2017, I guess. That's just sad. That at least he had friends. Chester had friends. I didn't realize he died. I think I barely heard that he died. Why don't make a... maybe that wasn't as much of a popular band. Like, why not? It should have been. Linkin Park's was a good band. So I think two band members died. And I'm refusing to think the Nirvana guy and Chester went and killed themselves. I know Whitney Houston did not kill herself. She did not. She was, I don't know where I heard of a YouTube video. No, she had marks on her. Okay, before she was put in a hot bathtub, given drugs. Alright, so. Or maybe she just willfully took those drugs, but somebody deliberately killed her and put her in the bathtub. Make it look like she committed suicide. Sad. And that's life. Like, death is all around you. Moody Blues is wrong. Death is all around. How is it we are here? We never came from the apes, 'cause they are still here. But that's what mankind's taught. That's what atheists, that's what my atheist boy believes. He knows what he believes now. I'm not allowed to know anything. I was never allowed to be around my children for approximately 18 years. And it really hurt. Because I was a good mom. But I live on hell earth. I never got anything. Probably out of all my insane abusers, probably pretend a lot narcissist is the worst. Because my kids were stolen away from me. And, oh my God. I mean, yeah, I'm not allowed to see them. Like, I don't give a I could care less about holidays. So, like, Christmas and their birthdays. But I want to see my kids, like, once a month. I'm their mother. I'm not allowed to do that? For 18 years? That's really awful. That's totally awful. Well, ever since the whole year of 2016. So just count the years. That's 4, 14, 15, 16, 17 years. Sorry, I'm a year off. Sorry. I'm a year off. But it's a hell of a long time. And no one should be tortured. And, you know, assholes like pretend I'm a narcissist. Nothing bad ever happens to him. He can do whatever the hell he wants every single day of his life. And, I mean, I don't even get it. He has, like, super evil people have, like, supernatural energy and power. And they, you know, all this bullshit that he's sick all the time. Now, I was truly sick. I did have viruses. Okay, and I don't want to get into that. But, like, he just makes up shit. And well, no, I mean, he abused his body, like, so, yeah, of course his body's not gonna work. I don't even want to get into it, how he abuses his body. It's disgusting. It's really sexually, okay, he's a pervert. He's fucking nuts. Okay, oh my God. Like the worst fucking insane entity I've ever met on the face of the planet. And yeah, there's nothing there. Absolutely nothing. He's just a vessel for demons. So I did like a recent video by King Justice, and he did claim the truth about being a vessel for God. Okay, well, just like look at all the dead the Walking Dead people, but okay. I don't. Okay, let's just say, you know, Katy Perry, Madonna, Eminem, Marilyn Manson are still there somewhere in their body. Okay, but, you know, they are a vessel because they sold their souls to Satan, so they're lost souls. So, I'm I'm totally determined that man, who isn't kind at all, just is a vapor. What is man's life but a vapor? There's a couple other verses in the Bible where man is nothing. When the perfect comes, the imperfect will disappear. What does that mean? Vanish. So the big question is, how about Satan and all the evil, manipulating, lying aliens? How many species there are? I don't care. I don't care. Can they disappear? Like mankind? I mean, man doesn't have any power, so it's just like, you know. So what? God's nice to the people he made out of the dirt. He just like, okay, you're mud. Dust to dust you will return, meaning you're nothing. Hey, there are some people that are his, and most aren't. Most ain't, and then there's all these insane aliens. So, pretend all narcissist has no memory of abusing me to death, so is it, he's just an empty vessel? And all the legion of demons enter him, and he attacks me to death, and I'm the only person he's ever attacked in his life? I know he never attacked his friend. I know that for a fact. I mean, his friend wouldn't be calling him then. If he ever physically hit him, which he did me, and he was suffocating me on the floor, I screamed. I mean, I fought like hell. Like my late husband killed me at certain moments of time. I mean, these people have legion of demons, and they sit on you, and I mean, even though they look like they're fragile old men, my God, pretend a narcissist worked at Amazon. You have to pick up a 50-pound package for a week, every day. So don't tell me that he didn't have the strength to, like, hold me down and shit. Like other people. Oh, pretending that narcissist is a fragile old man. You can't do. He worked at fucking Amazon. That's all the proof you need. I mean, sometimes you might have to pick up a 75-pound. I don't even see how that's possible. I'm abused to death. I'm weak as far as, my physical. My hips in pain all the time when I walk, most of the time. And my life sucks. I never asked to be born, but I'm glad I was. I mean, still glad I had kids that I couldn't see for 17 years. Okay, I was off for a year. When you're abused to death, a year here, a year there, you're off a year. It doesn't really matter. No one cares anyway how much I was abused to death. Certainly not pretending I'm a narcissist. And it almost made me vomit when my friend said, oh, well, he does say one thing. He really, really cares about you. He cares about me to try to make me go insane. That's the only thing that he cares about. And that's it. Never, ever was there for me. Never, ever, ever. The last time he drove me in his fucking vehicle, it was, he drove me out of the way to the post office on the Harrisburg Pike. And he kicks me out of the fucking car, screaming at me like a dog. Like the Twisted Sister video. Yeah, so ungrateful. Get out. I'm calling 911 right now. He gets out his phone, and I'm like, oh my God. I'm the only one he's ever attacked in his whole fucking life, and he has no memory of it. All of a sudden, he's just an empty vessel, and he, the legion of demons just enters him. And he just attacks me. And I never did that. Yeah, you fucking attack me all the time. Oh my God. And, the post office at Harrisburg Pike is over a mile where I was at. That he picked me up, and I just wanted him to drive me downtown. He drove me the other direction, of course. Like, so much help, And I'm so ungrateful because I have to wait for him for hours to do anything. I mean, when I was at that post office that day, I looked at every single card. I was kind of joking with the workers that day, and I went even as far as asking them, how much is a certified letter? So I learned that you can actually go as far as paying enough money to make sure that if that person didn't get that letter, they will make sure that it comes back to you. I mean, you have to pay for it, but that letter that didn't get mailed to them, they have to sign it. So you have to make it special. It's like, okay, maybe some certified letters, okay, anybody in the household can sign it. No, you want their ID to sign it. Then that's another cost. and then they can't, deliver it in a few days. They never answer the door, so it gets mailed directly back to you. And this is the way you have to deal with some insane abusers. Like, oh, you're not allowed to contact that person. Kind of narcissist never cared at all about. His legion of demons is like so many. It makes it so delusional and dark. See, I'm in the dark right now. It's just disgusting to have to deal with so many manipulating liars. And I'm hanging out with an okay homeless girl. And she didn't do drugs for like 3 months. I believe her. So, there's another questionable one. All these fucking homeless do drugs, pretty much. There's a questionable one, okay, and she's a meanie to me. I only met her in the library. I'm not going to even describe anything else, but I met her in the library talking to her for like an hour and a half. And she brought up, her child molesting some of her child molesting family members. I told her but she was telling me what I wrote in my letter that I showed her. It was wrong. And I shouldn't be concerned about the person so much or whatever. But I learned how much she backstabbed me. And so how much she makes. She should have consideration for my friend that's homeless, that I hang out with, that she was traumatized to death. Now, I was traumatized to death, but apparently my friend does not love herself. And my friend, who's trying maybe to be a Jesus person, she did say she was a Jesus person, but I question that because she doesn't love herself. And apparently, I'm very much healed. Okay. I would say she's not. She's insecure. She's weird. She's just weird. Saying weird shit. You don't say weird shit. You don't say crazy shit that happened to you when she unfortunately was sexually attacked. You do not, what year that happened, that didn't happen this year. Just, drop it. Don't be delusional. Love yourself. So, she never really harmed me. She bothered me. She irritated me. More than once, but pretty much she's really a very caring person. Now, you don't just go and give a stupid homeless person who ever asks you for money. If you have it, that's fine. But she doesn't have it, so for her to give any of her money out, she shouldn't be giving a 10 out to Tasmanian Devil 1. She should be giving her like a $1, not $10. But, that's being nice. I think Tasmanian Devil 1 gets money. So that's just dumb on her part to be that generous. This one homeless guy goes up to her, "Can I have money?" And that's okay, but she doesn't have it. One thing I'm so irritated with her. Love yourself, homeless little girl. Love yourself. So, yeah, I'm her friend. And I want her to love herself. And she said she loved Jesus, so maybe she doesn't love Jesus all the way. I don't know how, you either love Jesus or you don't. Okay. Hot or cold, black or white, you choose. Actually in the Bible it says that God chooses his chosen ones. And it's 1 Corinthians 1:26. God did not choose the noble and popular. He chose the unpopular and the despised of the world. He chose the